Hey Sagittarius, how are y'all doing? I'm going to do a 2023 reading for you guys. Are you already going to start talking to me? Good grief, huh? I know I ended up doing the fire signs last. I meant to do it by yesterday. And my kids are gone all weekend, and when the kids are gone, I have to do all the animals by myself. I have like too many animals, to be honest. I have rescue cats, I have dogs, I have chickens, ducks, and 2 rabbits. Anyway, so I'm just like Ronald McDonald all weekend when they're gone. And then I wanted to spend yesterday evening with them and watch a movie. Okay, let's see. And I had told some of the later signs I've been doing, you know, if you want to hear more details on the Astro weather going on next year, I brought in more detail on my first few that I posted, like Aquarius might be a good one to watch. You know, I know some people kind of like dread change and they fear it and stuff. I wouldn't assume the fire signs would, though. But, you know, it's definitely going to be some big changes coming. And it definitely wouldn't hurt if you guys, you know, like, what do you call it? Whatever astrologers that you really love, go listen to some information about it. You know, we got Pluto going into Aqua. Briefly next year, we got Saturn moving into Pisces. This is some pretty crazy, intense stuff going on. Some people are like trying too hard to believe it's all going to be beautiful and 100% positive. And then you have other people that are thinking like, oh no, we're going to have another American Revolution. Because that's what happened the last time Pluto's in Aqua. It had been in there for hundreds of years, guys. But you know, I think it'll bring some positive change. I definitely think there'll be some chaos and some crazy stuff. But, you know, it's just like I have been telling also the fire signs that, you know, when you hear meteorologists talk about storms coming, we prepare. You know, we don't just give up, do we? And it's the same way with Astro weather. You just got to prepare. I mean, you don't have to, but it's so funny how many people that don't pay attention to astrology are some of the most reactive people. Because they just like, they don't, just because they can't see it, you know? Like you can see the moon affecting the tides and things, but you can't always see the astrology, like how the planets moving and shifting push and pull energy, you know? Like they think it's frou-frou, but they don't really think that just because something is paranormal or, you know, supernatural and can't be explained by our science yet doesn't mean it's not real. It just means that we're not as advanced as we should be in civilization, you know? Metaphysics is just ahead of its time. Okay, let's see. What we got going on for you, Sagittarius? Ooh. Oh, that's crazy. Nice, but crazy. Like, you look like you're definitely going to have a kind of intense year. A lot of people are. But seeing that it ends with justice, that's pretty interesting. So you start the first 3 months of the year in your work and finances with the 5 of Cups reversed, which means you're probably going to let go of something that was not working, but you're probably done crying over it or, you know, letting it get to you. Because sometimes when the 5 of Cups is upright, we're not, like, it's like, you know, you're letting go and giving up, but it hurts and it gets to you, it's weighing you down, it breaks your heart. With it reversed, I feel like, yeah, we're over it. Whatever didn't work out financially, we're good. Obviously, I'm not going to get the money I thought I was going to get in this area, or I have bills to pay I don't want to pay, or, you know, I'm not getting the raise I wanted, but whatever. Like, it's kind of like, what do I call it? Some people will be like, are you mad? Like, if they finally push my buttons? Because, you know, most of the time with me being an aqua, I'm so light and cheery and bubbly and sweet, and people sometimes think I'm a pushover, right? And they make that mistake because I try to be so nice. But then when I'm like finally done and my tone gets down and I'm just like, whatever, you know, and they're like, are you mad? And I'm like, I'm just not amused. You're not worth being mad at. I'm just not amused. I feel like this is like the not amused card. Like, it's not like you're mad or sad. It's just like, I'm not amused financially, you know, and then artwork or whatever. And then in your personal life, you have the High Priestess reverse. So it looks like some secrets may have come out, you know. There might be some surface talk or some gossip that's going on around you, and it's all coming back and you're actually hearing it. And the worst part about finding this stuff out is when someone comes and tells you, oftentimes you're like, wait a minute, you knew about that for months and you just now told me. Which means you know that that person is only telling you to benefit themselves and that they've been talking shit about you behind your back too. And you know it. But they won't tell you until someone else left work or someone else left a family or a friendship group. You see what I'm saying? It's like you knew they've been talking about you for some period of time, but you just now come and tell me. Oh, I see how it is. You have something to gain from it now, huh? Like, whatever, you know. So I think, and then you have the King of Cups reversed in love. So I feel like, you know, it might be affecting your love life some. It might make you a little bit moody and a little bit, you know, depressed. I don't want to say deep depressed. I just want to say I feel like you might be maybe not the happiest partner because you have something going on, you know, at work or in your circle that's kind of getting to you. And so you might be a little bit like not in the best frame of mind to be receptive in love, if you see what I'm saying. It also could be that you are dealing with a masculine. Say there is a masculine energy that you love or have your eye on. That person might not be having the best time. They might be having some depression. They might be having some mood swings or some pain or trouble in their life, and you're having to watch that happen. And I don't think it's something that you want to see them go through, right? Now we have, they could be arguing with you. They could be taking it out on you. And then we have, for your second 3 months, we have the Sun reversed in your work and finances, which tells me that you probably are not going to keep doing something at work. A new beginning, a new opportunity for a raise is definitely not there. Or it might be that you turn it down, or it might also be an ending of something. But I don't think it's necessarily bad because you have the Ace of Wands in your personal life. So there is something new happening, something new and passionate that you like, but it might actually involve like outside of your normal sphere of work. You know, you might actually like kind of like be backing off in work publicly so that you can focus on something that you're doing at home on the side, something that's more important to you. It can have to do with finances too. It could just have to do with love. It could have to do with just renovating your house or projects you have going on, passionate hobbies that you have that are yours, that are valuable to you, a new passionate beginning that is your main focus. You have the Five of Swords in love for your second 3 months. So it looks like you might actually be defending whatever this passionate project is. You know, I think there's something that you really, really care about. Something that, you know, it could be a hobby. It could be a job. It could be a person that you love. Whatever it is that is your new beginning, you're fighting for it. And you're not going to let anyone take it from you. Because having these two surrounding it, it looks like, you know, you're saying no to some things, you're defending it from other things, but this is what you really, really want, right? Which is normal to have opposition to our dreams and goals. It's just how life works, you know? You either get to be that dead fish floating down the stream or you know, get in a canoe and you go the way you want to go. Now you have the Ace of Pentacles reversed in work for your third 3 months. And I've seen some other people get stuff like this. I think another fire sign. And really, when you get this, it's almost like you know, you're refusing something, something might not be coming in, but I really do feel the same way, that you're probably saying no to one thing, you know, simply because it's not what you wanted. You want something, you have your eye on something else. And in your personal life, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. And this can actually be having a bit of anxiety. You can be almost like, say, a little bit embarrassed or insecure, because whatever this new beginning or this project or this relationship you're putting everything into, it may not look like it's worth it yet. You know, you may have naysayers, you may have people that are judging you, or people that are making fun of you, or people that you know, the same people that gossiped about you in the past, maybe the same people that are like, you'll never make it, you'll never get your dream, you'll never publish that book, you'll never, you know, be with that person, you'll never get to pay off that house. And it's like, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, you know. It can be like, say you're starting your own YouTube channel, or you're deciding to become a content creator, and so many people are looking at you being like, oh, you can't do that. And so you might be a little bit nervous, you might have a little bit of anxiety, or feel a little bit shooken up, or a little bit vulnerable, and that's okay. And you have the the Six of Pentacles reversed right here, and I feel like that is in love. See, this is usually like a card of debt, or a card of like I feel like that's going to be karmic debt, you know? So if it's like karmic debt, you might actually have realized that a relationship that you were in, or someone that you knew, was probably a karmic partner, and you're kind of trying to finish that debt off. It's almost like, you know, that person really isn't meant to be in your life, but you knew they served a purpose. They made you raise up higher. They brought the best out in you. Now, in the beginning, they might have brought the worst out in you, right? But this karmic person also will bring the best out in you, because you learn valuable lessons. You learn what love is and what love is not. And you learn how to value yourself. And so it's like you're paying off that debt and you're wiping it clean. You want to move on, right? And then at the very end of the year, we have the Three of Pentacles in finances and work. So it's almost like you're doing the work, you know, and because you're doing the work, it's paying off. And now you really do get to collaborate with other people that you value. This goal that you've had months ahead of time is finally panning out. And you have people on your side. You have people supporting you. You have people to work with now, you know. So you actually are physically manifesting what your dreams were months before. Some of these dreams may have been lying dormant in you for years, but you really finally decided to go for it this year. And then you have the Four of Pentacles reversed in your personal life. I'm getting chills, guys. I haven't gotten these in a while. When I get chills, I know I'm really onto something, okay? This is you letting go of some family issues. This is you letting go. Because see, upright is clinging. And yeah, it can be clinging to money, but a lot of times this is clinging to like family money. You know what I'm saying? And so this is letting go. Letting go of depending on family. Letting go of, say, narcissistic parents who, you know, hang money over your head. Do what we say and do it how we say it. You see what I'm saying? You're letting go of some kind of family dynamic, some kind of financial situation involving family, possibly, that is no longer serving you, that you know isn't good for you. It's like you're not clinging to that anymore because you know it's not meant for you. It's not what you want. And then you have justice in love life. I think this is when you decided to do the work. You've got your Three of Pentacles in finance. You've got the justice in love, because you realize that you were paying that karmic debt and you paid it off. You're done. Whoever this karmic person was that was affecting you, you're done with them. And you're seeing justice play out, you know. And like, I know I have heard, I watched different tarot readers, and they all have so many kind of like quirks and like biases and certain opinions. We all do, you know. But like, one of them is always saying you'll never see karma in other people. 80-90% of the time you'll never see their karma, so quit looking, right? But I love the way someone else had said it, is it wasn't a tarot reader, it was like a narcissistic coach. And they were saying that some of the biggest karma that they're getting is losing you. And you do see that. You know what I'm saying? When they lose you, they lose a lot, don't they? So I think whatever form it takes, you're seeing justice play out. You're seeing fairness and balance playing out. and you did your time, you served your time. You might have even, before this year is over, 2023 is over, you might actually have realized that your higher self decided to work with this karmic person to help them too. It's not just because you had to learn lessons or you did something wrong in a past life or anything. You might have realized that this person, like, could not, like, their soul just thought they couldn't live without you. They thought they had to have you. They thought they had to have control over you. They were not taking accountability for their own life and their own actions. And so it's kind of like they had to learn that other people will not ever make them happy. They had to learn that clinging and controlling other people will not ever fulfill them or satisfy them. And I think by the time you're done with this person, you're sitting back, looking pretty, going, isn't justice sweet? Okay. I want to pull one Druid Animal Oracle card for you guys and one Akashic card for you guys. For the animals, it's like I'm telling people, you know, a lot of times we kind of lose contact with nature. I really wish I had a deck that had a lot of, you know, like plants and things in it. And like I love my Celtic roots and things. And I love that, you know, our ancestors were so in tune with plants, with trees, with nature, with animals. And they have so much wisdom to teach us. They can give us so much advice. And we've got the frog. Okay, this is healing. This is it, like deep, deep soul healing. It talks in the Druid Animal Oracle cards how the frog was the skin was sacred to shamans, to the Druid shamans, because they're amphibians and they're very sensitive skin. You know how they absorb things, right? They absorb that water through their skin. It's medicinal, they call it, okay? And I feel like you are actually learning how to absorb what is meant for you. Maybe you're an empath. Maybe you're learning how to absorb what is meant for you and not what isn't. Because if you're an empath, you know when you're absorbing other people's energy, sometimes they're toxic. So you have to learn to get around the right people, the right vibration, the right soul tribe, so that you can actually absorb your own form of medicine. You know, this is a very healing, powerful energy for you if you work with that frog spirit energy. And then let's do an Akashic card. They give us wonderful, what do you call it? You know, advice with certain situations. I like to ask the Akashic cards, like, what is the main, and I feel like that one wants to come out. This is like the main theme or what you want to deal with. You know, we have the up in the air reversed. So let's see what that says. I like to read them so they're real specific because they have such amazing advice. Okay, let's see. A situation that has been up in the air has come down to earth. There still may be some unknown elements, but you can intuitively and actually see everything much more clearly now. More than that, you can finally enter the picture and bring more influence to bear in some way. Soon you can participate in the highest capacity. The trust that you held in the situation before has borne much fruit. Now you can understand the situation more fully and act on it more purposefully. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I think this is going to be a great year for you guys. And yes, everyone has challenges, right? We all have to face stuff. There's moments when we have to defend what we love. There's moments when we have to deal with our own depression or somebody else's. But you come out learning so much, come out healing. You know, you come out having more influence in what's around you and actually seeing things, realizing that you have the ability to manifest the life that you want and co-create what is meant for you. Now, I love you guys so much. I do bless you in this upcoming year, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing 2023.